everyone, and Happy New Year. I wanted to start off 2025 by doing a planner journal video. Partway through 2024, I started using a Hobonichi planner, and it was really a game changer for me as far as my memory keeping and also just my general planning for work, and just managing my anxiety. I found that if I'm keeping a planner, just the state of my mind is so much healthier. And maybe that's my ADHD brain. I can't believe it's taken me this long in life to figure out that that's what I need, but here we are. I've always kept planners, but I've never had an all-in-one book. I tend to try to compartmentalize things. And as you can see, I do have quite a few journals here from 2024. And they all were serving different purposes. And I am trying to streamline that a little bit. So I started using the Hobonichi weeks to plan for work. And I liked it for work, but I didn't like it for life. It wasn't big enough for life. So I am still using a Hobonichi weeks for work this year, and I'm going to be planning, that's how I plan my lessons and things for school. So I am still trying to make that work, because I find that if I sit down on Sunday night and do my work planning, then I am less anxious all week long. It's so helpful for me. So it's kind of my way of managing those Sunday scaries. So that is what I am using my Hobonichi weeks for. And then I was testing out the A6 and the A5 sizes for the Hobonichi Techo, and I found that although I love the A6 to carry around, I just found that it ended up not being enough space, which really surprised me. I thought it was going to be enough space, but I stopped using it a lot of the time because I was well, this is doing what my weeks does, and what I need is not that. I need more space for my weekly, and I need more space for my journaling, because I love the idea of having my planner and my journal in the same book. So at the end of August or beginning of September, I got the second book of the cousin Avec, so it's the year split in half, just to test out to see if I liked the weekly layout, if I liked having a daily page, if this space was too much, if this space was too little. And I love the versatility of it, because it really can be whatever I need it to be. There are some days where I don't do anything, and that's fine, because it saves on space. Otherwise this would be super bulky. There are times when I do full journal entries, and then there are times when I'll add photos and stickers and things, doing full memory keeping. Other times I'm just making lists. That's all I need to do that day. On weekends especially, I find that I tend to have more blank pages, I suppose. But yeah, this has been a fun little experiment, and as I was doing it, I realized that I really loved this layout, the use of this. So I am going into 2025 with a brand new Hobonichi cousin. So just kind of doing a quick flip through so you can see how I have been using it. Every day is a little bit different. I'm trying to not be super strict with myself about it. And so So that's what today is about, kind of setting up my planner for 2025. So as far as this goes, I have not done very much with my 2025 cousin at all. I put a few stickers on the front just to kind of make it feel a little bit more official, like kind of preparing my mind that I am going to be moving out of my 2024 and into my 2025, because I tend to, like right at the start of the year when it's time to start in a new book, I kind of tend to fall off because I don't have like a bond with the book, I feel like is what's happening. And another thing that I'm trying to focus on this year is inviting color back into my life. I don't know, it just seems like in the past few years, everything has been beige, and I'm sure it's like that for everyone. You know, it's just like that beige aesthetic has been everywhere, and that kind of bled into my life as well. And so now I am trying to just be open to colors. So I got a set of brush pens, the Tombow dual brush pens, in just a color set. This is the retro set, but I got it because I've been having a lot of anxiety about the state of the world, and I feel like I just want to kind of like lean into nostalgia and things that make me feel like reconnected to my inner child and my past child self and that kind of thing. So I got these brush pens for the new year, and I did pull out some of my midliners that I felt like kind of fit my color scheme, and some solid color washi tapes that fit that. I did get a couple of deco brushes, but the cherry one works really well, but this one I'm having lots of issues with. It like does not transfer properly most of the time. I've gotten it to transfer properly like twice, so I don't know how much I'm going to be using it because I feel like every time I put it on a page, it ruins the page. And then this, my little traveler's notebook, this is like my wallet and my goes everywhere with me notebook. So this is kind of like this just like catches information. And then I have a sticker book in here, like with the sticker release paper. And I got a set of like Y2K stickers to just help me feel a little bit more reconnected. And then I also have like stickers for planning and things. These are all holiday ones that I didn't use enough of, but some of them I think I can still use. Yeah, and I have a lot of stickers from Pipsticks. I think they have such cute stickers. So yeah, I have a lot of those. So I'm going to be using these in my planner. So I put them in here so that it was with me all the time. So no matter when I'm working in my planner, those stickers. And then my brother got me this cover for Christmas. It's from Coach Outlet, which I did not expect to want anything from Coach. It's just not, I'm not like a designer brand kind of person, but I saw the rockets and felt obsessed immediately. So I couldn't help myself. And people were saying that it fits the Hobonichi really well. I want to get a plastic cover for my actual just like loose notebook, but they're like sold out everywhere. So I don't know. But people were saying that this style cover from Coach fits their Hobonichi cousins really well. So this is their moment of truth. Let's see, can I snap it? Yes. As this gets bulkier, it might get a little tricky, but right now it feels great. And if it ends up not working, I can always switch to a different cover later on. But like the little rockets, I love like anything space themed. And then I have a new fountain pen that's like the rainbow style fountain pen. This is a really cheap one on Amazon. It's like $20 or something. But I have it in the mustard green color and I absolutely love it. And I just thought that this rainbow style would be so pretty with the rockets, and so I just thought that would be a fun one to use this year. Hopefully, okay, my screensaver just went on, and so hopefully it doesn't like mess up the color quality here. So I do need to put ink in this really quickly. I just put in, I don't feel confident enough in fountain pens to do like the piston and stuff, so I'm still just doing like the little replaceable inserts. But I love the weight of this pen, and so it's just like it's really nicely weighted, and I get it in the extra fine. I like a fine tip to all of my pens. Like I've tried lots of different pens that people say they love. Like I tried out these Energel pens, and what are they? They're 0.7 millimeter, and that's way too big for me. That drives me crazy. And I thought I liked like a 5-ish millimeter pen tip, but then when I tried the Uniball, yeah, this is my favorite pen. The Uniball, what is this? It's a 0.38 Uniball 1, I guess. But yeah, I love this pen so much. So I found out that an extra fine tip is the tip that I like. I don't know. This is just kind of like a really brief setup for my planner. So yeah, I'm using this page as like my ink test, just to see how it does on the paper. The paper is new this year, and so different pens are responding differently to the paper, and so there's some feelings about that, but this is doing really well with the fountain pen, so that is good. And then I got my monthlies, which I will transfer over my my work schedule. I do like a 4-week rotation for my work, and so I have that recorded. Did I not put this in my, that would be wild if I didn't put it in there. Should I just put it like week by week? Yes. Okay, so let me see. My first week back is the week of the 6th, and that is our week 1 schedule, so that works out really well. And so I am putting in here on, it's a Monday start, and so in the corner of each Monday I am putting which schedule I have for the week, because every week is different. My fox has a doctor's appointment that morning, so I'm writing it down now so I don't forget. I am thinking that what I'm going to do is kind of decorate this space with stickers so that I want to come back to it. I also want to keep a running list of like here I'm going to put like my schedule for the week in each of these little sections. And then down here, I think what I want to do is track books that I'm currently reading. That is my plan there. I don't know if I have any book stickers. I'll have to look and see. I'm not really doing anything with the dailies yet either, because those are kind of like where I do like my journaling and my memory keeping. So this is like my overview, and then my weeklies are then, this is the week I'm in now. So I don't really I'm on break right now, so I don't really have very much going on. Tonight is New Year's Eve. We're gonna play Mario Party, because that's what we do every year for New Year's Eve. That's what we did our first New Year's Eve together, and we do it every year now. And maybe the boys can enjoy that. Fox loves Mario, so this is where I am going to start the body doubling portion of this Plan With Me video. I do have it going double time because I tend to take a very long time to sort my thoughts and get it down on paper. And I don't want you to have to do all of that waiting. As I'm marking these, I remember that my Wednesday schedule is actually different. So not only do I have a 4-week rotation where every week is a different schedule, but every Wednesday of every week has a different schedule. My classes are a different length, and my start time at each building is a little different. So my travel time is different. Struggle to get a lunch break on Wednesdays, so that is the day of the week that I like to treat myself to an iced coffee with extra espresso added. And in the side column, I will write my daily schedule for the week so that I know which classes I am seeing at what times. A whole coding system for all of my classes so that it doesn't take me as long to write this down every single week, because I always need to write it down. Otherwise, I have a hard time remembering. It's usually like spring break before I actually have my schedule for the year memorized and don't have to check back multiple times a week. And I need to write in all of my Wednesday schedule because my class times are different. My travel time is different. The length of my classes is different. So I just have to make sure I have that all blocked in. Otherwise, I just get confused and forget. I even see my classes in a different order those days. So it's just a lot to keep track of, and my ADHD brain just gets jumbled. And so I have to make sure that it is all right there and easy to access and easy to find all the time. I'm thinking about finding some kind of removable tabbing system that I can put on my planner for, like, this is the month and this is the week. But I haven't really looked into it and I don't know where to start that search. So if you have recommendations on removable tabs that you like to put on your planner, like for today kind of thing, please share. I do have the pencil boards from Hobonichi, so I can just use those for now, but I feel like a tab would be really useful. In the side column there, I also made a space for all of my projects so that I can write down which project each class is starting with that week and which project they will be doing next, whichever one's on deck. That way, when we're getting to the point where it seems like a few of the students are getting close to finishing or are on some of the final steps, then I know to pull the materials that I have prepped for the next project. Teaching art is, I think a lot of times people think that, oh my goodness, what a fun job. You just get to paint with kids all day. And it is really fun and beautiful in that way, but there is so much prep work that goes into it that, I just really need to be on top of what's coming up to make that work. So, and now I'm going back to my monthly because I want to add some color, some decoration to this page so that I want to flip back to it. If it's not beautiful to look at, I will avoid it. I won't go back to it. So looking through my stickers, figuring out what I want to add. And the little space down there, I put books read. So each time I finish a book, I am going to write it down at the bottom of that month spread so that I can look back at my year. I used to keep a reading journal, but I just found that I'd be carrying too many books around with me. Like I would finish a book and would want to write down as soon as I finished it, my thoughts and everything, but I'd have like 4 notebooks in my bag and it would be too heavy to bring with me, especially being a midday traveler with my job. So, yeah, I'm gonna try out this year writing just at the bottom of my month spread. I'm not sure it will be enough space, but I'm hoping it will. I tend to read a lot. I have to keep my brain really engaged so that I don't fall asleep during really like any tasks that I'm doing, whether it's like making dinner or cleaning up or whatever. I'm just so sleepy. And so if I'm listening to an audiobook, that will keep my brain kind of engaged and it'll stop me from falling asleep or falling off track, losing my place. So yep, I go through lots of books. I think in 2024, I read 137 books. And in 2023, I think it was just a little over 150. So I go through a lot of books. Trying to see if any of my holiday stickers are still like appropriate to use now that the holiday is over. This little wintry gnome, I feel like he works. He's holding like a steaming mug of something, so that seems wintry. And again, it's the kind of thing that if my spread is nice to look at, then I'm going to be more likely to go back to it again and again and continue updating and stay on track with it. And I am doing this one a little bit early, but that's just because I wanted to have it planned out and ready to go for the new year. And so I just try to add like little touches here and there just so that it's aesthetic. And when I say aesthetic, I don't mean like this is the aesthetic I'm going for, but I mean actually pleasing to the eye. The study of aesthetics has always been really interesting to me and has been something that I've always really loved. So the fact that that word is being used so much now just kind of makes me giggle because I've always been like, I love aesthetics. And back in college, people would be like, what's that mean? Making a column here for all of the dinner ideas for the week. Instead of assigning a dinner to each night, I'm going to write a list of dinners that we have ingredients for. And then each night when I get home and I have decision fatigue, I can go back to my planner and I can see, okay, I know I have ingredients for this and this and this. And I can ask Harvey if he has a preference on what he wants for dinner. So my high schoolers are getting close to the end of their marking period, so when we get back, we still have a couple weeks left before finals. So I'm just kind of blocking in things that I want to make sure we get done this week. Their independent projects are starting this week. And that, it sounds like it wouldn't take a lot of guidance, but independent projects oftentimes take more guidance because that process of like generating ideas and getting started and really like pushing yourself and not just giving up when things don't feel like they're working. It takes a lot more pushing for them to persevere, but I feel like that's part of what my job is teaching perseverance in the face of plans not working. And then I use this little pencil as my to-do list marker. So I'm just putting down my first item on my to-do list. So that is all I have for right now. I know it wasn't like a major setup, but I just was excited to get into my new planner and in my new cover that my brother got me. So this is my first week back to school, which will be next week. So I just kind of put my schedule in there so that when Sunday comes, I am not panicked and trying to figure out what to do on Monday, because oftentimes that just hits me. Even though I have things planned out, I like panic and I can't remember what's ahead. So, and I added my first item on my to-do list when I get back in my office. So yeah, and I am going to start kind of just putting in all of the little things that I have happening in January in my monthly. And tomorrow is the 1st of January, so I get to actually start filling out my dailies, which makes me so happy. So I am really looking forward to that. And I hope that you are doing well. And I would love to know what planner or journal you are planning on using for 2025. Yeah, that's I guess that's it. So I hope you're doing well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.